What is good? What is good? Happy Saturday, June 28th. Loaded slate, 15 games. Let's see what we can find, man. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. These replays do get posted every single day. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys are in Twitch, welcome. Welcome to the stream. If you missed something or if you have to leave early, don't worry. This gets posted on YouTube so you can rewatch it. But the way we break these down, as always, for people who are new here, we go through every single game by game, 1 through 15, identify plays that we think have good value, and then we summarize with a total top-down view of all of the batters from the best available batting matchups and go over that. So sit down, relax, enjoy, watch the whole video. There's a lot of value in it. And yeah, Mets and D-backs screwed you over yesterday big time. That sucks. Yeah, D-backs got me too, but that's all right. We called out a lot of really good underdogs yesterday on the stream. If you watch back the YouTube video, I said I really liked the Phillies. What else did I say there? I said I liked the Phillies. I think I said I liked the Royals. I don't know if they actually ended up winning. They had a chance, but I think they ended up losing at the end. Yeah, they lost 5-4, but I liked the Royals to cover. They did. And then we liked the Phillies, and then there was another underdog that won. Oh, with the Astros underdog? I said I liked the Astros to the Cubs. I don't remember which one. But overall, yeah, I mean, that's the thing with baseball. 40% of the time, 4 out of 10 times, the underdog wins across the entire season. Regardless of how bad they are, how good they are, 40% of games result in an underdog winning. So you got to be really careful where you pick and choose the favorites because only 60% of the time will it win. So it's very hard to beat those break-even odds when you're looking at minus 250s, minus 270s, all that stuff. You know what I mean? For example, a minus 255 fair value means that's 72% to break even. They need to win this game 72% of the time. So when you're looking at it from that perspective, it makes it pretty difficult to consistently hit on favorites. But yeah, let's jump into this. Game 1. Question for the people in the Twitch chat. I'm going to start off with just this single screen here with just rudebets.com on here. If you want me to pull up the odds screener, I can do that as well. But for now, I just want to start out with the just Rude Bets, single screen. So Oakland at the Yankees. I'll talk through some odds here as well. Right now, it is Yankees minus 270. I mean, we have them at minus 258. This is a negative expected value play. This is not something that I would say has value in taking. It's close. I mean, you can get them for minus 230 right now on cut, whatever cut is. I don't know what that is. Minus 255 on Profit X. I mean, that's okay. It's a fair value play, but realistically, not particularly worth it at that number. It's fair value at best on Profit X. So, ballpark factor 34% increase in home run probabilities here in this game, which is insane compared to like normal average weather conditions. That's very solid. That is very solid. We have J.P. Sears going up against Clark Schmidt. Clark Schmidt looked really good in his last outing. So, I mean, I don't know if he can do it again, but I think he can. If we look at these pitch mix ratings here. So, a pitch mix rating, for those of you who are new and watching this on YouTube for the first time, a pitch mix is right here. It's a breakdown, an algorithm that I've created that considers the runs above average per 100 pitches against all of these pitch types, the pitcher's runs above average per 100 pitches, throwing all of those pitch types, and then also adjusts for the frequency of those pitches thrown, and it gives you a rating from 0 to 10 on how well the batter matches up against the pitcher's pitch mix of, fastball, slider, cutter, all that. So, number one option today on that side for the pitch mix is Jacob Wilson at a 5 out of 10, which is a neutral matchup. It's not great. Brent Rooker with a 4.8, also, neutral, not really that great. Pretty much nobody else matches up well against Clark Schmidt. So, pretty rough overall for the A's in terms of the matchup versus Clark Schmidt. On the other side, though, J.P. Sears, he's a meatball thrower. 1.45 home runs allowed is the projection today in about 5 innings pitched. So almost 2 home runs allowed in 5 innings pitched. Could be 2. And then the bullpen to give up another 0.74 home runs, which is, with this home run weather against the Yankees, you could see kind of a home run derby here, honestly. Goldschmidt matches up really well with a 6.6. Bellinger matches up well with a 6.23. Judge is a perfect 10 out of 10. Jazz is a 6.19. A lot of guys who match up very favorably in this matchup. So anything above a 6 is a favorable matchup. So 3 favorables and a perfect 10 out of 10 great matchup for Judge. Judge, plus 117, fair odds for a home run. He's currently listed at plus 105. He is plus 140 now on FanDuel, actually. That has gone up a little bit. I just still don't think it's worth taking that. You're way better off taking Goldschmidt at plus 340, or even Bellinger here at plus 420. It's a little negative expected value. Or even like Austin Wells, if you really wanted to, plus 360. There's just better options on the Yankees today than Judge for the value. You're not going to beat a break even of plus 140 or plus 105 that often taking a guy at those odds. Even though I do him with a 46% chance, he probably walks today. I have him with 1.15 projected walks. So Aaron Judge for a walk might be a better, let's just look at what batter walks would be even for Aaron Judge. Just for example, would this be better value than a home run? No, so it is minus 130. But I think you have a better chance at him getting a walk today than a home run for the value at least. So would stay away from that line unless you're just dying to take it. But that's just people who take Aaron Judge for a home run consistently or on any slip. Those are people who realistically don't know much about baseball and or how to beat break-even odds. So I would stay away from that. If he hits a home run today, great. Good for you, Aaron Judge. But at the risk level of plus 105, it doesn't add any value to your slip, and it only hurts you if he misses. So not worth it. My favorite in this matchup for a home run, though, would be Paul Goldschmidt. He dominates against lefties. If we look into his profile here by clicking on his name, 1.74 total bases per hit versus lefties. He has a home run against JP Sears. He's 4 for 8 versus him, hitting 403 versus lefties. Almost 10% of his at-bats are a home run. He's a 6.6 favorable matchup. Fair odds of almost plus 200 for a homer today. They're giving him to you at plus 310. So Paul Goldschmidt would be my pick here for a home run in this game at the value level. I just think it's really good. General props, Cody Bellinger, Jazz Chisholm look great for general props. And Judge, I mean, if you don't want to take him for a home run, I think most likely the best place to take him would be for a walk, but you could also look into doing total bases. I mean, I'm sure his bases line is stupid. Let's just check it out real quick. Aaron Judge, 2.5 total bases, minus 115. Yeah, that's outrageous in my opinion. That is outrageous. And his hits, runs, and RBIs is also probably outrageous too. So, yeah, 2.5 at minus 150. Can't do it. They just don't give you enough value on Judge. They don't want you taking him. So they're going to give you bad lines, and if you take him, then they're going to be happy. So his break-even points are just kind of ridiculous today. So yeah, Paul Goldschmidt for a homer, Bellinger for general props, Jazz for general props, and then, yeah, it's kind of about it. Clark Schmidt, 6 strikeouts. JP Sears about 4. Possibly 9 total runs. It is an early day game. It's the first game of the day, so we'll see how they perform. Twins Tigers here. We got... All right, we got Ober versus Mize. Ober's been awful. He's also a meatball thrower. Mize is decent. He's not terrible. He's not great. He doesn't really give up that many home runs, but starting with the top here, Byron Buxton matches up really well. I like him for general props today, so hits, runs, RBIs, or even total bases if you wanted to. He probably does strike out today as a batter, so a batter strikeout for him is not terrible either. His matchup as well, his home run odds, though, plus 400. It's hard to beat the break even. The odds right now for Buxton are plus 290 is the best line you can find. Well, actually, there's a plus 425 on ProfitX. That's actually positive EV. That's a good play, but his average is plus 333, including that 425. Most lines are in the 200s for him. Wouldn't take him there, but plus 425 is not bad for Buxton today. Larnach doesn't match up too well. Neither does Castro. Wallner's okay with a 5 out of 10 rating. His batting average, though, versus righties is just a little too low. Brooksley does well against righties, but his pitch mix is low. Yeah, really, it's just Buxton here for general props. Wallner, I guess, plus 525 for a home run. I mean, still negative EV. I don't love it. Yeah, it's really just Buxton here for general props. On the other side, a lot of favorable matchups here. Torres is almost favorable. Carey's almost favorable. Riley Green is favorable. I think Riley Green's a good option for a home run today at plus 340. That's pretty good value, actually, for him. So I don't mind taking Riley Green for a home run today. Torkelson, 15% chance. Really only like Torkelson against lefties for home runs. Wenceel Perez with a great matchup for general props today. If you want to take Wenceel Perez for a hit, that's a good line item there, maybe even, or hits, runs, RBIs, something of that nature. His pitch mix is really solid here. Colt Keith, he's favorable as well. Can't say he has great value, though. I mean, at plus 600 for a home run, it's okay. No, it's not great. I still wouldn't do it. Kerry Carpenter, what's his odds? Plus 3. You can get him for plus 400. No, you can't. It's on Pinnacle. Kerry Carpenter's also slightly negative expected value at plus 330 for a home run today. Riley Green is positive expected value at 28% chance for a home run here. But yeah. Cody Clemens, not really, Jaden. I don't really like Cody Clemens today. His pitch mix is way too low. And he doesn't have any lines up right now, so he probably, my guess is he's not playing. Maybe he's getting the day off, but his pitch mix is way too low here at a 2 out of 10 rating. We can see where that is. He's negative against the fastball. He's good against the slider. And he's really bad against the splitter. So 2 of the 3 pitch types that he's going to see against Casey Mize, he's negative against. He's good against one of them, which means they probably know that. They probably won't throw him that many sliders. So tough matchup. Tough matchup for him today overall. But yeah, a lot of these guys are good for general props. Torres for general props, Carpenter for general props, Riley Green for general props for a home run. Torkelson, his batting average is a little too low. It doesn't. I want to see both be good, so I'd probably fade him. Same with Colt Keith. He's okay maybe for a hit, and then Perez for a hit would be solid. Baez could be good for a hit. McKinstry could be good for a hit. A lot of these guys on the Tigers are solid for general props, with Riley Green being the home run candidate. Mariners Rangers. So Mariners here should get the job done. Let's see what their line is. Yeah, this is a favorable line against Kumar Rocker, Brian Wu. They have a very heavy pitching advantage here, in my opinion. Wu is much better than Kumar Rocker, although Kumar Rocker is getting a little bit better. I still think Wu is just a much more solid pitcher overall. So I do think that their money line today is good value at minus 126. I think it's very good value, actually, for the Mariners. If we look at the batting matchups here, about a 7 out of 10 almost for J.P. Crawford, which is excellent. He's great for general props today. I think you take J.P. Crawford for hits or hits, runs, RBIs, and you're good. Cal Raleigh, a 9 out of 10. Outstanding matchup for him from a pitch mix perspective. You could take him for a home run today. He is listed at 275. His fair value for me is plus 300. That's close enough where it's not terrible negative expected value. Plus 275 for Cal today isn't bad. It really isn't that bad. Polanco, a 5 out of 10. That's okay, but he could be okay for general props, like to get a hit today. Polanco's not bad, or even maybe hits, runs, and RBIs to drive in a guy like Crawford. Arozarena probably would fade just because his batting average is so low. Luke Raley, same, he's okay. Canzone looks pretty good today for general props, possibly even a home run. They do have Canzone listed at plus 470, which is fair value. So I do like Canzone here for a home run as fair value, and Raleigh as well. So Raleigh and Canzone are decent options today for a home run. Crawford for general props, Polanco for general props. On the other side, Smith, no. Haggerty, not really. Nobody really matches up that well against Brian Wu. He's just too good. Probably a fade day for the Rangers today on props. Looking like a fade today for them on props. Wu's just been too solid. Yeah, they're looking like a fade against Wu today. Got a call. What did you like for the Twins game? The Tigers. Riley Green. Rays Orioles. This is a great game. It was yesterday too. It ended up being a disgusting game. I don't know what happened there, but the Rays absolutely fell apart, and they had like position players giving up home runs to everybody. It was weird. Yeah, I think you had like Jose Caballero pitching, and like Kobe Mayo went deep. There's a bunch of guys going deep. Anyways, today this is a great game for home runs once again. Good humidity, good weather here in the Baltimore area. 21% home run ballpark weather factor, so an increase of 21% for potential home runs. I like Yandy Diaz today. Plus 440, plus 550. Yandy Diaz is a good option for a home run today. Pitch mix is a 5.82, which is respectable. Brandon Lowe is outstanding for a home run today. His odds right now, plus 360. Outstanding value on Brandon Lowe today. Caminero as well, good value. You could take him. Aranda, 8.82, 24%. Outstanding value on him. Josh Lowe, good value on Josh Lowe. I mean, all 5 of these guys are good options for a home run today. That makes it difficult, though, because there's so many good options. It's like, okay, which one do I take? I would say I'm already on Aranda for the 1 to 1,000 slip. I like Brandon Lowe a lot, too. His pitch mix is high. I would rely on the 2 guys with the higher pitch mixes here. But that being said, Yandy's a really good option at plus 550. Caminero is also a solid option today at plus 400. Like, you can't really go wrong. I feel like these guys are all really good options for a home run today. So I'm going Aranda. I'll probably end up adding Lowe into something, and I might even put Diaz. Caminero is 400 for Caminero is just good. His pitch mix is just a little low. Tough decisions to be made here. Y'all have to do that. Make that decision for yourself. But they all look great. So take your pick there. Eflin's terrible. He throws a lot of home run balls. So anybody in the top 4 here look pretty good for a home run. Based on their odds, the value is good. The value is good. On the other side, very similar. Very similar. Littell gives up a lot of home runs. It's another take your pick. This game is incredible for home runs. It's almost too difficult to pick. But Gunnar Henderson, his value is actually not that good. I've met plus 400. They're giving you Gunnar Henderson at plus 320. I don't really think that's worth it. O'Hearn is definitely worth it. Ryan O'Hearn is definitely worth it at plus 400, plus 425. Ramon Laureano is definitely worth it. Colton Cowser is definitely worth it. Gary Sanchez is definitely worth it. Gary Sanchez at plus 560 now today. He dropped 300 from yesterday. He was plus 800. Another guy that's definitely worth it. I mean, yeah, this is tough. I wouldn't take Holiday. His pitch mix is low. Urias, I wouldn't take either. Gunnar you could take for general props today. I think Gunnar, you'd be better off taking Gunnar for hits or hits, runs, and RBIs. His home run probability is respectable at 20%. His pitch mix is good at 6.19. But like I said, plus 320 just is a little bit too much negative expected value on that break even for me. So for me, it'd be O'Hearn or Cowser or Sanchez. Cowser is probably my favorite here, though. 9.59 on the pitch mix and a 42% chance at a home run. Cowser is outstanding for a home run today. So I do love Colton Cowser if I had to pick just one on this list. But him, O'Hearn, and Sanchez look great. And then the top 4 here also look great. So a lot of options for home runs in this game. It's by far the number 1 game of the day for home runs. So if I like a guy for home runs, there's generally a good case that I like them for general props too, for like hits, runs, and RBIs. So that's another option if you don't want to take home runs. Mets, Pirates, we do have some bad weather here. Blackburn versus Falter. I think this is a fade just based on the fact that the weather looks so awful. I'm sure this gets delayed and like probably ends up happening, but later, like 2-hour delay or something. I don't know. The weather just looks pretty ugly coming into this game. There's a lot of alerts saying that it might be delayed, so I don't think it's too worth going into with that being considered. I mean, Falter also has been pretty good this year. Pirates to win this game again, to steal another one against the Mets. They got crushed yesterday, which was a huge surprise. They're actually not a bad underdog again today. Mets are I think they've won like 2 out of their last like 15 games or something like that. They've just been really bad. And Falter's been decent this year, so could be an option there. But overall, I feel like we need to just kind of pump the brakes on this game with the weather and move on, because you don't really want to lock in something that's delayed and then might not happen. So nothing really here. Rockies, Brewers. We got Senzatella versus Priester. Brewers, hottest team in baseball over the last month. Red hot. We did discuss yesterday that we liked Churio as a home run option. He did hit one. Today, if we look at this, we'll start against Priester for the Rockies here. Not a lot of good matchups. Overall, just not a lot of good matchups. Freeman, he hits really well versus righties, but against Priester's stuff, nobody's matching up that well. You can look at all these pitch mix ratings. No one's above a 4.8. So, I mean, if you wanted to really get in on the Rockies, I guess you could do general props for like Becker Freeman, maybe even Hunter Goodman if he ends up playing. He is probably not going to play because he's a day-to-day injury candidate right now. He might play, he might not, but maybe these two for like hits. But yeah, I just don't really see a ton of value on the Rockies today. Priester's good. He's bad. He's in between. You know, it really depends what day you get out of Priester, but they don't match up that well against him to take him. The Brewers, however, against Senzatella match up really well. We have Brewers at minus 274 to win this game. We liked them yesterday. They did win as well. Fair value today. I mean, the line is 265, minus 250. Yeah, it's fair value. Maybe it's good for like a two-leg, but it's not outstanding at that level at minus 250. But the props here look really good. Sal Frelick for general props. Jackson Chourio for general props. Christian Yelich, I love him as a home run candidate today. He's on the 1 to 1,000 slip at plus. They have him at plus 700 on ProfitX, which is insane. He's a plus 480 on FanDuel and plus 475 on DraftKings and ESPN. Looks great today for a home run. 7.66 on the pitch mix, almost 2 total bases per hit. He's swinging a red-hot bat. He almost hit a home run yesterday. He hit a double off the wall. He's good against a fastball. He's good against a slider in terms of like being average. Senzatella is really batted with all of his pitches. So Yelich matches up great here today. I love him as a home run candidate. And if you don't want to go the home run route, Yelich for hits, runs, and RBIs has been relatively free for the last 2 weeks. Probably still is free again today. So Yelich is an outstanding batter today. Contreras matches up really well with an 8.96. He's another guy that's good for general props. The whole lineup is basically a 7 or above matchup. And the Brewers, I mean, all of these guys are getting hits consistently. So you could take anybody here really for a hit. Yelich being my favorite for a home run. And then I would lean towards the top of the order for hits, runs, and RBIs. Or maybe even like a Bryce Terang or Rhys Hoskins guy for hits, runs, and RBIs. But for home runs, Rhys isn't that good of value. Nobody else is really that good of value. It's just Yelich. He has outstanding value here today. So, yeah. Great game. Brewers should win this one. Priester, 5 strikeouts. Senzatella, maybe 2. I don't think he lasts that long. And yeah, Brewers look great today. Cardinals, Guardians. 16% ballpark factor weather here. Cleveland is difficult for home runs, though. It's not great. They have a really big wall out in left field. So right-handed hitters specifically probably struggle. Also, neither of these teams really hit a ton of home runs. They're not like giant power hitting home run teams. They hit them, but they hit them extremely evenly across the board. They don't have like a single guy that's like a Cal Raleigh, or for example, that's an exaggeration, but they don't have a Cal Raleigh who hits a ton of home runs. Do I like Chourio again today? I just said I like him for general props, not for a home run, but I like him for like hits, runs, and RBIs. Pitch mix wise against Slate, Ciccone, whatever. Not great. Burleson's the best here, 5 out of 10. Burleson for general props is fine. You could take any of these guys really for like a hit, but once again, Cardinals are just not a power team. There's not really enough of an edge ever to get a home run play on them, unless they're giving you guys at insane values, which they don't. So, other side, Jose Ramirez is okay for general props, but once again, these guys don't hit enough home runs to have good probabilities to really make it worth it. There probably is home runs in this game, but there's just not like a clear-cut, definitive answer as to which guy it'll be. It could be kind of anybody if someone does it. But Jose Ramirez looks okay today for like a hit, but not a huge fan of this game overall for player props. Guardians potentially to steal this game. Actually, they might be the favorite. Let's see. Yeah, they are the favorite. I mean, they're fair value. I've met minus 115. Their line's minus 118, so nothing really there. Possibly a good candidate for a nerfy, though. Possibly a good candidate for a nerfy. Giants, White Sox. Robbie Ray versus Hauser. Both of these pitchers have been really good this year, actually. This is probably a nothing burger game. Hauser, I know it's the White Sox, but Hauser's been outstanding this year. He's been really, really good. And the Giants' offense is just kind of trash in general. They have a lot of good players, but they just don't play well. So, really just nothing. Nothing in this one. Nothing in this game at all. So, White Sox on the money line could be a solid play. Like I said, underdogs do win 40% of games. So, And the White Sox are plus 140. Yeah, that's not bad. I have the White Sox at plus 111 as fair value, so slight underdog. Yeah, I mean, White Sox on the money line is not a bad play today. It really isn't. It really is not a bad play. So, don't think that's terrible. But overall, just kind of a nothing burger game. Marlins D-backs. Marlins somehow won last night. Not sure how, but this is back-to-back games. The Miami Marlins offense has put up big numbers from the Marlins offense, which is wild. I have this one being actually pretty close. I do have it with a slight lean to the D-backs, but they're not positive expected value. I have their fair value at minus 138. Their current line's minus 146. So technically the Marlins are a better play at plus 120, but don't know that they're going to take this one again. Alcantara versus Fott, two pitchers who Alcantara's gotten better. Fott is trash, so Marlins could steal this one, really. They actually match up pretty well today. Stowers, I think, is a good value for a third day in a row with a home run. Giving you him at plus 600 right now. I think Stowers is not a bad option at plus 600, swinging a hot bat. I really don't think you could go wrong with that pick. Liam Hicks, general props, looks great. Dane Myers, general props, looks pretty good. Xavier Edwards, general props, looks pretty good. Otto Lopez, general props, looks pretty good. Otto Lopez at plus 900 for a home run. Also not terrible value. Not terrible. Jesus Sanchez, I wouldn't go that route. But, yeah, a lot of good options today on the Marlins for, like, just getting hits. A lot of good options for hits. And then I do think that Stowers, Augustine Ramirez, and Otto Lopez for a home run all are decent value. They're all not bad value. So, how do you feel about Ketel today? Well, we're getting into it right now. So, Geraldo Perdomo, 5 out of 10 against Alcantara. Ketel, 7.8. I do like him today. I think he's good value for a home run. His odds right now are plus 400. It's definitely a good value play. Plus 335 is what I have him at, 23% chance. He's great for general props today, too. I think you could take Ketel Marte for hits or hits, runs, and RBIs, or a home run, whatever you prefer, whatever fits your kind of scheme and system that you run. Ketel looks good today. I do like his matchup. Pavin Smith as well looks really good for general props. Eugenio Suarez, I think he's back. Pretty sure he's back again today. He played yesterday. 19% chance at a home run. His value isn't there. Plus 426. They're giving it to you right now, plus 350. You can get him at plus 480 on ProfitX or 475 on ESPN. That's worth it. For Suarez, that would be worth it. But outside of that, it's really Ketel for a home run or anything. Ketel for literally anything. Pavin for general props. Eugenio, if you can get him around the 450 mark or 420 mark for a home run. Yeah, should be a good game for runs today. I mean, let's see what the total is in this one. Total over-under is 8.5. I think that's an overplay for sure, too. I think an over in that game isn't bad. I would rather be on the over than I would on the Diamondbacks money line. So, you'd rather take the White Sox against the Giants? Yeah, I agree. Although the Rays could, yeah, I mean, this game is just probably going to be a shootout, so it's pretty tough. But yeah, I would rather probably be on the White Sox today. Their value is pretty good. Dodgers, Royals. Interesting game here. Shohei for an inning versus Seth Lugo. They don't match. It's hard. Who's going to come in after Shohei? I don't really know yet. I don't think the Royals are going to do much against Shohei, so we can't really talk about him too much. Bobby for a home run today, maybe against the bullpen at plus 430 isn't terrible. We did discuss Bobby yesterday about how he had like an 8-point something pitch mix and that he was a good candidate. His home run odds weren't great, but he was a good candidate for everything, and he ended up hitting a home run. Today, there's not really much to talk about for the Royals against Shohei for an inning. Look at this game. I do have a slight lean to the Dodgers in this one. Ohtani as a batter today. I mean, his home run odds actually at 240 isn't terrible. Way better than yesterday, even though he hit one. I'm at plus 300 as fair value. I just don't love it. Plus 240, it's okay. Still just don't think it's worth taking him at that level. Will Smith matches up okay for general props today. Freddie Freeman, possibly for like a hit, maybe hits, runs, and RBIs. But not really too much for home runs in this game. Not really too much. And then we can't really dive too deep into the Royals with Shohei only pitching 1 inning. So ultimately, too tough to call much about this game. Although, what's the money line here? It is Dodgers minus 158, which I have the Dodgers at minus 126. So Nerfy could be a good play here. I think the Royals would have more value at the plus 134 mark, but I don't love it. But yeah, Royals would be the better pick in that game. Padres, Reds, absolutely. I'm the Padres are banned. Padres are just banned, right? I mean, Nick Martinez is not a good pitcher. Also, Rockscav, thank you for the follow. But Nick Martinez is not a good pitcher. He goes 8 innings, no hits. The guy barely can get through 5 innings on a regular basis. And he no hits the Padres until he's at like 110 pitches and just starts throwing meatballs. But like, bruh. Max Muncy, his pitch mix is too low. He doesn't match up well enough against Lugo for me to be interested in him. His batting average is good. I mean, maybe against the bullpen he does something, but when I make these plays, I can only base it off of what they're going to do against a starting pitcher because we do not know who in the bullpen is going to come in or how those matchups will look. So we really have to attack them on how they're going to do against a starting pitcher, and maybe he gets something against the bullpen. But yeah, Padres. I mean, I don't understand what happened to them last night. A lot of those guys had really good matchups against Martinez and just nothing. They did nothing with it. So, and I was watching the game on the Real app. It's not like he was dotting the corners and stuff. Like they were like flying out, popping out on balls right down the middle, like a changeup, 86 miles an hour, dead center of the plate, and they're like popping up. So I don't know if Padres didn't get enough sleep or what happened, but they looked tough. Reds probably win this game again today. Randy Vasquez versus Andrew Abbott. Abbott is their best pitcher right now. He's been outstanding this year. He does give up home runs every once in a while. So maybe like a Manny Machado versus a lefty here could be a good play. Plus 285. It's close enough to fair value. I don't love it. I mean, I don't like anybody really in the twos. It's not, in my opinion, never really worth it to take home runs in the twos. They just don't hit enough for it to take the value on that. But I mean, he's okay at plus 285. It's not terrible. His pitch mix is really bad against Abbott, but everybody on the Padres looks tough today because Abbott's been outstanding this year. So very tough matchup for the Padres today. I do think that they probably lose this game again. On the other side against Randy Vasquez, Trevino looks pretty good for general props today. 8.6 on the pitch mix is really solid. Ellie De La Cruz also not a bad option today. His home run value, though, plus 376 is where I have him at. His current line is plus 310. Yeah, it's okay. It's just not good enough in my opinion. But he's good for general props. TJ Friedel also could be good for general props. Gavin Lux maybe for a hit. His pitch mix is just a little too low for me to really say that it's worth it. But his batting average is high enough where it could happen. But yeah, Ellie for general props today is probably the best option in this game. Yeah, that's kind of about it. Will Benson for a home run, his odds are too low at plus 430. He needs to be around plus 500 today. His pitch mix is low. So yeah, it's really just Ellie De La Cruz, maybe Trevino, or TJ Friedel for general props. So, and then maybe Machado for a home run if you want to take on that risk of being in the plus 200s. Yeah, they don't match up well against Abbott at all. A lot of ugly matchups here. And if their offense was that cold yesterday, maybe they bounce back. But Reds are a heavy favorite today at minus 150. I have them at minus 139. I don't think that's worth it. I don't think taking the Reds on the money line is worth it. So, Blue Jays, Red Sox. So in this game, minus 128 in favor of the Blue Jays. Their line is minus 124. So once again, not a ton there. Pretty fair value. Chris Bassett versus Giolito. Bassett can be solid sometimes, I guess. Giolito sometimes, I guess. I don't know. Once again, not a whole lot here, especially for home runs. Vladdy does look really good for general props today. I think Vladdy is someone you can take. Same with Bo Bichette. He's okay on the pitch mix, but his batting average and projected hits numbers and hits, runs, and RBIs are solid. So I think these two for general props is not bad. Barger, probably going to stay away from today. His pitch mix is a little low. He's inconsistent. Springer, he's okay today for general props. Yeah, just not much here. Ernie Clement, maybe for general props. Don't love it. I think Toro looks good here on the other side for general props, and so does Marcelo Meyer. Well, Meyer's batting average is really low versus righties, so what's Marcelo Meyer's home run odds? Plus 800. I mean, that's not bad. Marcelo Meyer at plus 800 for a home run isn't terrible today. Probably the only play in this game that's worth taking a look at, but I can't say I love this one. Can't say I love this game. Probably a lot of just base hits and stuff like that, and I'd focus on the top of the order on the Jays, but yeah, Boston's had the lowest OPS in the MLB since the Devers trade. They're just yikes, you know. Jaden, thank you for the follow. Kel with the stick, thank you for the follow too. I'm sorry if I didn't shout those out. Appreciate it. Yeah, ugly game. Hard to take much on that one. Braves, Phillies. What happened to your Braves yesterday, Hundo? I don't know if Hundo's still in here, but what happened to your Braves yesterday, bro? Like, Acuna getting pulled in the second inning. Are we serious? Are we serious? Are they an actual serious franchise? Yeah. Bro got pulled in the second inning because they were down 11-0. I don't know what happened, but Bryce Elder just, not good. Schwellenbach versus Luzardo, two really good pitchers here. Luzardo's hit or miss. He has been hit or miss this year. He's gotten beat up a couple times, but overall, Luzardo's really, really good. So, Schwarber, 15% chance at a home run's not that great. 4.98 on the pitch mix, not good. Nobody really matches up that well against Schwellenbach here. On the other side, I mean, Acuna matches up okay against Luzardo from a pitch mix perspective, but look at his batting average. Acuna's hitting 1.58 versus lefties. He has a home run, 2.33 total bases per hit. He is 3 for 10 versus Luzardo, but he's also ice cold right now. It's like he's just mentally not there. Braves have just been disgusting. I don't feel good taking any of them. Maybe Matt Olson for general props, but yeah, I think this game's another fade. Two really good pitchers, probably pretty low scoring. Maybe the Braves can steal this one. Let's look at the money line real quick. Yeah, Braves are too heavy of a favorite. Minus 158. Not worth that. I'd rather be on the Phillies at plus 134 here. Yeah, just not much in this game. Too good of a pitching matchup to really take player props. Cubs, Astros. Colin Ray versus Lance McCullers. Kyle Tucker, Seiya Suzuki, Pico Armstrong, Michael Busch all match up really well. Michael Busch is on the 1-to-1,000 slip. A little bit of negative expected value at 733, but he's swinging a relatively hot bat. 1.89 total bases per hit versus righties. 13 home runs. All of his home runs come against righties. He does strike out a decent amount at 25%. He matches up really favorably here with a 7.79 on the pitch mix. I think Michael Busch is a good candidate today for a home run. PCA, plus 520 for PCA is not bad for a home run either. Seiya Suzuki, not worth it at plus 370. Kyle Tucker, not really worth it at plus 430. But Kyle Tucker and Seiya for general props today are pretty solid. I think if you take them for hits or hits, runs, and RBIs is good. Same with PCA. PCA for hits, runs, and RBIs is a great play today. His value for home runs okay, but really my favorite here would be Michael Busch. On the other side, Jeremy Pena for general props. It's almost good every single day. It's good again today. Isaac Paredes for a home run, negative expected value at plus 360. I have him at plus 525. It's kind of it. There's a big drop-off here against Ray. I mean, Altuve doesn't match up that well. Cam Smith doesn't. Caratini doesn't. Myers doesn't. So really just Pena for general props here. Not really anybody outstanding that would stand out for a home run candidate today on the Astros. So Nats, Angels. Nats, Angels here. We got Soroka versus Kyle Hendricks. 50-50 game. Look at the money line. Nats as an underdog is not a terrible play here at plus 111. I mean, it's okay. A little bit of value in it. It could be a Yurfie candidate, though. Let's look at first inning run, sorry. Yurfie is minus 125. That's exactly what I have it at. So not really a ton of value in the Yurfie either. Not really a ton of value there. James Wood for a home run today looks really good. Plus 285 is the price. I do like James Wood today for a home run at 29%, 6.17. James Wood for a home run today at plus 285 is fair value. You're not getting a ton of value in that play, but he is somebody that's in the plus 200s that I think you could get away with today, plus 285. I don't mind that. He's got a great probability. If we look at his history, 0 for 3 versus Hendricks, but 2.04 total bases per hit versus righties, 15 homers. I do like him a lot. Alex Call today, not really much there. CJ Abrams looks really good today for general props. His home run odds at plus 440, a little bit negative expected value, but general props for CJ Abrams. He's a good batter. He's matches up the best here today on this team. So really it would just be Woods and Abrams for general props, and then Woods for a home run as well. Wood for a home run. On the other side, nobody matches up too well here. Schaunnel, he's okay. Schaunnel's swinging a pretty hot bat. Mike Trout for a home run. His odds at plus 300 aren't bad, but they're not good. Ohapi's not great. Taylor Ward at plus 400. I mean, that's close to fair value, but still I don't think it's really worth it. Joe Adell, plus 370. Joe Adell at plus 370 is also, they're all like basically fair value. Ohapi, Ward, Adell, Trout, they're all like relatively fair value, slightly negative. They just don't match up well enough on the pitch mix. I mean, they're okay. Trout or Adell would be who I would pick on this team if I had to pick someone. But Nito and Schaunnel for general props are pretty solid. But the real play here is James Wood for a home run. That's the real play. Soroka for strikeouts could be solid today. Let's look at pitcher strikeouts. Michael Soroka, 5.5. I don't mind that at minus 132. 5.5 strikeouts for Soroka at minus 132 is not a bad play either. Hendricks at 3.5. I wouldn't touch that. Wouldn't touch Soroka. Or sorry, Hendricks. So yeah. Those are the games. Let's quickly look at top batters here, and then let's get this thing uploaded on YouTube. So, a lot of great matchups today. Everything 8 and above is considered a great matchup. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 great matchups today, which is awesome. And we have a lot of 7s and 6s, which are favorable matchups. So, overall, really good matchups today for the batters. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. We've been running this actually a lot recently. Batter walks, it's been hitting. So these are the top guys. I sorted this table by walks. These are the top names for a batter walk today. Usually you can get these batter walks. Like yesterday we got William Contreras at plus 140. He walked in his first at bat. So Ohtani we had the day before at like plus 130. He walked in his second at bat. So a lot of the times batter walks has a ton of value. So these guys we do have above 1, these top 2, Acuna and Judge. The rest of the guys are about 0.8, so about 80% likely to. Well, actually, we can see what the probability is. I don't want to guess. Let's look at like Ozuna for a walk. 0.88, 58% chance. So minus 141 would be fair value for a walk. So this is another reason. Come join rudebets.com. You can click on these names, get probabilities for all these events to happen. You can change the input. Say you want to see a 2 strikeout, 26%, or you want to look at like total bases, like what's in for 1.5. Fair value is plus 171. So you can change all of these inputs besides home run probability to see like maybe 2 hits. I don't know. You know what I mean? You can get all these values to change based on the input that you put in for what the probability is. So you can see what the fair value is for like walks or strikeouts. Batter strikeouts are another really good option today. A lot of guys projected to strike out. So overall, we have a really good day. You guys can come get access to this right now. Rudebets.com. There's a discount code on the screen for 25% off to join, and you get access to all these modules that I just went through on the screen. One last thing. Let me just go ahead here, post the YouTube. And actually, let me do one thing. We're going to go full cam here. I'm going to post the YouTube in the chat. All right. If it ever loads. Okay. So this is going to get posted on YouTube as a replay, so you guys can rewatch anything that you missed. Right there. There's the YouTube if you want to subscribe and see that. And then one more thing that I do want to do. I'm going to find a walks play that I like. So let's find a quick walks play that we like, and we're going to place it. I'm going to switch my screen over in 1 second. All right, double screen it up and let's do this. Let's find a walks play that we like. So This site right here on the top left is Player Profit. You guys can join Player Profit and use code RUDEBETS to get 10% off any funded account. But these are my funded accounts here. We're going to go in and we're going to find a walks play. The reason you do a funded account is you pay for an account that has a certain amount in it. If you can pass the phase 1 and phase 2 tests, which, by the way, they're not easy, but they're not impossible, then you get an account that is funded with a certain amount of money, whether it's $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, so you can increase your unit size. So instead of having to place $10 straights, you can place $1,000 straights, right? And it's not your own money to lose. So let's go ahead and find a walks play. I want to look at Acuna here. Where is that game? Phillies Braves. Let's look at Acuna. He's the number 1 projected for a walk today. Let's just see what his value is. We've been doing really well on these walks plays. I'm going to probably end up taking like 3 or 4 on here today by the end of the day. But let's see, Ronald Acuna, plus 120 for a walk. I think that's great value. I'm going to put 1 unit on it. My unit size is $1,000 on this site. So I'll put $1,000 on it. It's not my own money. If it loses, it doesn't really hurt me. If it wins, I'm very happy. So go join Player Profit. Player Profit. You can, here, I'll put it in the chat as well. But getting a funded account like that, if you can pass the test, so if you think you're good at sports betting and you think you can hit a 20% profit target 2 times, if you can increase your account, it's really about a 1 to 2% daily ROI for a couple weeks, right? If you can do that, get a little bit incremental every single day, you hit 20%, then you get funded, you get an account that has that amount of money in it. So I am from Milwaukee, yes. I am from Milwaukee. But yeah, Player Profit's a great way to increase your unit size if you are not looking to like use your own money for huge bets. Right? The risk is that you could potentially lose the fee to get the account if you don't pass the tests. But if you are really diligent, you use a site like mine to find good value plays, and you don't over unit size and you know how to use unit bankroll management, you can get funded and you can make big bets like that. So Player Profit is the site. RudeBets is the code. 10% off any account. I use it. A lot of people in my chat use it. It's a very fun site, but there is the risk that you don't pass the tests. So just be aware of that when you do sign up. But yeah. That's going to conclude the stream for today. I'm going to get this live on the YouTube in like about an hour. Good luck today, y'all. And I will catch you tomorrow, same time. It might be a little bit earlier tomorrow because we do have Sunday day games. And I want to get the videos up earlier. So maybe an hour earlier tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern for the stream. Good luck. Drop a like, a comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys for tomorrow's video.